Our lecture number 2 from the chapter number 4. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about channel designs. The term design is the process of allocating the distribution task to develop an efficient channel. It also includes the selection of channel members. Channel design facilitates the flow of goods from the manufacturer to the end user. The need of the distribution channel is to able to deliver the product from manufacturer to the end user at the right time and at the right place. The channel of distribution is the marketing manager's link to the market. Therefore, channel designs create a competitive advantage that creates market winners. The channel should achieve all tasks which are necessary to affect a sale and deliver product to the end user. It is the efficient distribution channel design and administration which offers opportunities to develop sustainable competitive advantage in the long run. Channel design decisions are critical because they determine a product's market presence and buyers' accessibility to the product. Channel decisions have additional strategic importance because they prove to have a long-run impact on supply chain. It would be easier to change prices or promotion than to change channels of marketing. Then let's see what are the different dimensions of a good channel design. First dimension is the market dimensions. The market dimension focuses on good customers relations. In developing and adopting the marketing mix, then marketing managers have to relate the needs and wants to the target markets at which they are aiming. There are four basic subcategories of market dimensions, and they are market size, market geography, market behavior, market density. Next dimension is the behavior dimensions. Channel conflict occur due to poorly defined roles, then scarcity of resources, differences in perspectives, goal incompatibility, domain differences, and communication and language difficulties. Next is the environmental dimensions. Environmental variables may affect all aspects of channel development and management. This includes both internal and external environments of an organization like economic, socio-cultural, competitive, technological, and legal environmental. This business environment can have a significant impact on marketing channel design decisions. Next is the company dimensions. The most important company variable affecting channel design are managerial expertise and leadership qualities, company objectives and strategies, company size and financial capacity of the company. Next is the product dimensions. Product variables are another important category to consider in evaluating channel structures. Some of the most important product variables include perishability, then bulk and weight, unit value, technical versus non-technical, innovation, and newness of the product. Next dimension is the intermediary dimensions. The key intermediary variables related to channel structure are cost, services, and availability. The channel manager should not overlook new types of intermediaries that are emerging, such as internet companies. Next point we are going to discuss, that is need for a channel design decision. What is the need for the channel design decision? Establish an organization, then opening up new marketing areas, making changes in marketing mix, then developing a new product or a product line, then aiming an existing product to a new target market, then dealing with the changes in intermediaries, adopting to changing intermediary policies, major business environmental changes, meeting the challenge of conflict, and reviewing and evaluating. Next point is the process of channel design. In that, first is the recognizing the need for a channel design decision. First step in the process of the channel design is the recognizing the need for a channel design decision. Understanding the needs of the consumer, the delivery service model, keeping in mind the target customer. While designing the channel, consider the product size, batch size, after sales service. These points we have to take into consideration. Next is the setting and coordinating distribution objectives. Channel design objectives must be congruent with the objectives of the firm. Objectives should relate to logistical and product characteristics like the shipment method and product dimensions, which ultimately impacts customer service. Next step is the specifying the distribution task. It includes detailed outlining of every activity of distribution process, including procurement of raw materials to final production and movement to warehouses or channel of distribution. The next point next step, developing possible alternative channel structure. Channel managers must select alternate channels depending on the volume, number and types of channels, that is level of channels in vertical or horizontal channels, then intensities and selective channels from the alternate channels, etc. Next step is the evaluating the variable affecting channel structure. Evaluation of market variables like product, marketing mix, market size, company objectives, business environment, etc. And last step is the choosing the best channel structure. For choosing the best channel structure, different approaches can be used. First approach is the product approach. Here, the prime importance is given to the product characteristics, including product returns rate, then consumption pattern and market demand, gross margin, etc. Next approach is the financial approach. This approach involves comparing estimated earnings on capital resulting from alternative channel structures in light of the cost of capital to determine the most profitable channel. Next approach is the heuristic judgmental approach. These approaches rely heavily on managerial judgment and heuristics for decisions. Some attempt to formalize the decision-making process, whereas others attempt to incorporate cost and revenue data. One more approach for choosing the best channel structure is the management approach. In management approach, there are two approaches: distribution cost approach and weighted factor score approach. In distribution cost approach, it includes the cost involved in distribution activity, while in weighted factor score approach, here each key can be rated from the 1 to 10 score, and then each factor is analyzed and given the final total score. And the last approach for choosing the best channel structure is the transaction cost analysis. This approach considers the total cost of transaction incurred for the distribution of the product. So this is about channel design. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.